on Friday. Feels like a Saturday. Tomorrow's menudo day. But I don't think I'll be getting any menudo, as Fred G. Sanford used to say. Menudo. Did you know that Fred G. Sanford was married to that girl who played on the Beverly Hillbillies? I never knew that till like a couple days ago. Now let me turn this around. So this is farting around Friday. I'm very sleepy. I just had a kind of like a cheeseburger. I was gonna make mushrooms. I was gonna make mushrooms with the usual, mushrooms and a hamburger with the mushroom gravy. So I had some of that, but I decided not to put the mushrooms in it. And so I just loaded it up with some herbs, onion powder, garlic powder, and turmeric. And cheese. So I had it with some tartar sauce. Wasn't too bad. Was going to put some onion on it, but I decided to save my onion because I was going to have a stew. But then I decided, nah, can't make the stew because I don't have any of those spongy things to wash dishes with, right? So the crock pot, that's how I make my steaks. I think it would have been better just to buy it cooked already, maybe. I don't know how much it is per pound, but I have to check it out. So I just took this big old piece of beef and I just put it in the freezer. I was thinking about getting myself a moped. There was one guy who actually said he was going to sell his moped for $400, and I got his phone number, but I lost the phone number. I had it there forever, and then finally I just threw it away. And as soon as you throw away, that's when you need it. So let me put this on. I got on my gray shorts, but it is what it is. This chair is still, ever since I fell over backwards, got that. The chair's been tore up. So Bitcoin just bounced back today, sitting at 116.5. Let me check my signal. I'm gonna go put this way over there. That's the only place it gets the signal. Just a second. Oh my darling. Oh my darling. So turns out that this battery is still pretty doggone good. And I can prove it by plugging in that light, but all that's going to do is generate more heat, right? So I don't want to do that. If it was wintertime, I'd have no problem doing that. So I just wanted to make a video, show you some tomatoes and the experiment that I told you, I finally remembered to buy them. So I bought them right now this morning. And let me check the signal, make sure everything's on the up and up, and that will see if there's anything to talk about. If not, I'll just turn it off and go read that book. Maybe take a little nap because I ate that hamburger, so I'll probably be getting sleepy. Well, I am sleepy because I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't sleep last night. Maybe it was because it was hot all night. I think that's probably why. But I couldn't sleep. And so I'll go back in and try to read a couple more pages on chapter 16 to see if it gets to the spot that I recall. Okay, let me just put it this way. The 12 missing children's. Okay? This is what Willie D. Live talked about. That's what I'm looking for in here. Okay, so I'm reading chapter 16, so I'll probably read a little bit more here in just a minute and then turn this thing back on. First, let me check my signal, and then I'll tell you about the Coca-Cola, about the soda pop from Mexico. I tried making a video this morning, but where I was at, the signal is so terrible that I'll probably just erase it because I can only imagine how terrible the signal is. Okay. Pretty good thumbnail. Testing, testing, test, test. Twist, twist in Bedrock. Twist, twist. Okay, it's working pretty good. So I'm going to order another holder right now as soon as I get off this live stream. Okay. So what's new? Okay, I heard that Trump just did something. And that's why Bitcoin shot up right now. They always got an excuse, right? So so I was talking to some people today because what's his name? Chris Norland is saying, yeah, they're telling you that the money's going, that the economy's getting better, things are easy to buy, things are getting cheaper, the economy's getting better, and this and that. He says, you'll know for yourself. Okay? So I'm here to tell you, groceries are through the roof. And I just talked to somebody right now, and he says it's going to get more expensive. I walked into the dollar store yesterday and bought a few things. And I was having to put a lot of stuff back, like beef jerky. I put it back. It was like $4 or $5. Put the beef jerky back. And $4 for a lemon meringue pie. wasn't having it, right? For something, for 2 slices of a lemon meringue pie, can't do it. And so I'm sitting here, you're already used to, forking out $40 all the time, right? So I get up there and I did splurge a little bit. I got myself a Red Bull, and it wasn't even cold in the refrigerator. I drank it anyway because I was so thirsty. Then when I got home, I was all freaking amped up and stuff. When I made that video, I was all amped. And so he rung everything up, and it came out to almost $100. It was like 70 something dollars. I got the receipt right here. It was $70.13. $70 until $30 more, it would have been $100. It was $30 shy of $100. This is getting crazy. And so right now, today, I went to the store where you can get your vegetables from. You can't get a lot of things from the dollar store. There's a few things. I grabbed me some peaches. I grabbed a bag of peaches actually, but they're actually too overripe. They're only going to last like a day. So I would have liked them to have been a little bit less ripe. That way they would have lasted me for the whole week. So, I don't feel good about making that purchase. It was about $5. And for the peaches. But yeah. So I was talking to this one guy and he said it's going to get worse. I don't know where he's getting his information from, but that's pretty crazy. Oh yes, but anyhow, so today I was on my way home, so I stopped at this other store where you can get your vegetables, onions, carrots, corn. Corn was 99 cents for an ear of corn. And well, I decided not to make the stew, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it now. Don't really have any way to cook the corn because the only pan I have is real small. It's a small pan. Unless I clean out my slow cooker, but I told you I don't have one of those things to clean, those little sponges, and because I have to go outside to wash it because there's some issues going on with the plumbing. And so anyhow, so I bought that roast, which next time I'm gonna go down here and buy a pound of it already cooked, right, from the place that sells meat, the carniceria. And so I got a few things, and I thought she said $20-some, right? So I paid for it and everything. And so when I got home right now, I look at the receipt and it's $30. I'm like, how in the hell? So that's $100 already, yesterday and today. And so food is getting expensive. And still, but I did pick up the sodas. The sodas were kind of expensive too. It's 2 for $3. But the reason why I bought them is to prove a point. Okay. You can see that this is in a glass bottle and nobody's buying them. I had to ask the lady, where are they? Right? She says, well, they're way up. I was right in front of them when I was getting the roast beef. There's whole cases of them. The whole thing of where they have their meat department. It's all these Coca-Colas from Mexico. And it doesn't look like anybody's buying them. They're $1.50 each. And I don't know how many ounces, but I bought a soda from the store. I told you this before the other day. It was a 16-ounce soda pop. And it was almost $3. 16 ounce. It was $2.89 for a 16-ounce can of soda pop. And let me see how many ounces this one is. Oh, they don't label theirs in ounces. You know how everybody else around the world is on the metric system except us, right? So they label it in milliliters. Okay, so let me turn this thing on and then I'll tell you about this thing here. I'm gonna do a taste test on it. I've got the other one in the refrigerator, so I want to make sure it's cold. Really, it should be in ice. It should be in ice. Even probably salt ice, to make it even colder, especially on, hot summer day. Not for pleasure, not for pain. Okay, so let's get this thing fired up in case we find anything good to talk about. Okay, and I'll tell you about the soda, okay? And I'll go read the book for you, and I'll come back and I'll make a video. Let's go ahead. Did you notice these are getting smaller? Kevin Trudeau told you 10 years ago, okay, when he was doing his videos, when YouTube first was starting out. It was like 2009, 2010, 11, somewhere around there. He told you the packages are going to start getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and the price is going to keep getting higher and higher and higher. And look in the stores now. All the cans have gotten smaller, 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 just like he said, and they're still doing it. With the orange juice. The orange juice is $5, right? It used to be 54 ounces, but it's actually a smaller bottle now, right? I was like, this seems 46 ounces for more money. It used to be like $3.89 at Walmart, right? Now they're smaller and they're $5. Okay. So let me get this thing going here. I mean, that's why I've got it on horizontal so we can go online and see what's going on. Okay. So it says HDMI 1 is selected. It says it's connected. So if it's connected, let me go ahead and share the screen. Share the screen. Does not share. Okay. Let me press enter, see if that does anything. It does. Okay, so I got to remember this step here. But I've got to cover this up because I can't let you see my password. Okay. Okay. So there, that unlocks that. And then I share screen here, but it doesn't. So I press enter. Oh, okay. Now we're doing something different. Okay, so what did I just pressed enter, right? Okay, let's press enter. Well, duplicate, enter. Let's see what that does. Nothing. Okay, let's do this. Okay, switching to HDMI 1. Okay, there it's on. And the first thing that comes up is what we were looking at last night. It saves what we were looking at. Okay, so I remembered something that I wanted to do. Oh yeah, I wanted to show off my computer. It has touch screen. I could have done this last night and showed you this picture. Can you see it there? Wow, I'm impressed. Okay, so can you see? No, because the camera's facing a little bit too much this way. Okay, so let me turn it a little bit more this way. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to explain something to you for you people who are returning. That's pretty damn close right there. That's pretty damn close. Yeah, you can actually, if you look up close, you can actually see what I'm talking about. I mean, I don't like to pick up the phone and move it because it'll shut the video off sometimes. Okay, I should have one of those laser pointers or one of those things that instructors have, right? The professors use when they're teaching. Okay, so you see this guy right there, right? Notice how the picture is low quality. It's not high definition. Do you think that's on purpose? I think so. I think it's on purpose. So you can't really see him. You can't see his facial expressions. You can't even tell if it's him. And how come he's not in his orange jumpsuit? He's got on tennies. What the hell is this all about? So I'll start looking, see if I can find this picture that's not such low quality. Okay? I'm going to look, see if they have a high definition picture of this. Because if it is, and look at this dude who's behind him. Have you seen that? If it is, then this stuff that I'm telling you about the secret intelligence agencies, this could be all a freaking one of their tricks. They do it all the time. You can't tell me that they are not murderers. They will murder to achieve their objectives. They do it all the time. Look at Martin Luther King. Look at Fred Hampton. This is what they do. This is how they rock. Okay? That's probably why the picture is low definition. But I'll go in and check and see if I can find it. So the video that I made yesterday, I don't know if you understood what I was saying, okay? The video I made yesterday, that if this is a scam, if it is the secret intelligence agencies doing what they always do, if this is them making another move, just like they did back in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, in the Vietnam War, the Korean War, you know what they were doing in those wars, right? It was for heroin. They were taking the heroin and putting it in the freaking helicopters when the helicopters came back with all the bodies. This is documented fact. This is the kind of stuff they do. If this is another one of those moves, okay, then if this is another one of those moves, then this guy right here is like William O'Neill during the civil rights movements of the 1960s. He would be like William O'Neill. He's getting paid. This is all fake. It would be all fake. This is a theory. Okay? These guys are clowning. They're acting like they're taking somebody. But he's really, they know, he knows that it's all an act. Okay? This is for the camera that's going to blast across the whole United States. This is how they get down. Okay? This is how they do it. And if it is, and it seems to me like it is, you know what their objective is, right? It's about race. What do you think the civil rights movement of the 60s was about? What do you think the crap that was going on back in the 50s with the Ku Klux Klan was about? You think it went away? You think it disappeared? Okay, so it might not be. It might be that this is real, right? It might be that he really just did this crap. But if you want to know the truth, you need to start asking some questions, because they ain't saying jack. They ain't saying nothing. With all the evidence you have, all that evidence off of the video camera, and they only show you 5 minutes, they should be showing you hours of what happened. This is all a freaking scam so far. But we'll just, see what they come up with next. If you watch my video from yesterday, I told you all the stuff that they're not answering right now. Like, number one, who's the one who released the video in the first place? Now they're trying to say that somebody in the office, some chick who was in the office leaked it. Yeah, right. Anonymous. Yeah, that's her modus operandi. And so anyway, that's all I've got for that stuff. And because I'm sleepy, I need to take a nap, and then I'll read that stuff. But on this Coca-Cola from Mexico, it's got a piece of paper here, and this bottle actually looks brand new. It's not scratched up at all. Okay, it looks brand spanking new. I'll let you take a look at it. Very nice looking bottle. Okay, and then it gives you, actually has a piece of paper here. I don't know if they have it like that in Mexico. Yeah, I'll bet you they do. And because it gives the ingredients. Okay, so it says envase exclusivo para refresco 2021, the Coca-Cola Company, hecho en Mexico, 2021-00854, no retornable. That's crazy. It looks like it's returnable. Refresco, $3.55. Then it has the barcode, and then it has this nutritional facts thing down here, and it says carbonated water, cane sugar, caramel color, phosphoric acid. I think that's the same thing that's in apple juice too. Apples have phosphor, and natural flavors. That's the bad guy. Natural flavors means they don't have to tell you what the hell that is. Okay, company secret. And caffeine. Okay, bottled under the authority of the Coca-Cola Company, Atlanta, Georgia. Wow, I didn't know it was from Atlanta, Georgia. And gives it a zip code by Campaña Embotelladora del Puerto something L something, gives it Tijuana, gives it Tijuana address or something like that. I didn't know they had a place down there in Tijuana. Yeah, I guess it's down in Tijuana. Coca-Cola, caffeine content, 34 milligrams, 12 fluid ounces. Okay, so it's a regular size, like a 12-ounce can. And supposedly it has California redemption value. So in Mexico, I guess it doesn't have redemption value, but here in California it does. Hawaii, Iowa, Massachusetts, Maine, New York, Vermont, 5 cents redemption value. Then in Michigan and Oregon, 10 cents CRV, California redemption value. Okay, and then it says product of Mexico. Okay, so do you know the difference? Do you notice anything different? It's high fructose corn syrup is not in there. High fructose corn syrup is in every single last freaking soda pop on the shelves at any stores. It's in everything. Not only soda pop, it's in everything. They use it, you know, religiously, but it's not in here. So, you know what Kevin Trudeau says about high fructose corn syrup, right? You've listened to the CD set that I've recommended, or you've read the book. Okay, it's nothing pretty. And so I was at the store, and this lady says, because she was buying a whole boatload of soda pop, all different kinds, and she goes, I told her, I said, did you know that the soda pop in Mexico is made with real sugar, real cane sugar? And she goes, well, she says, I tried the one with real sugar and I didn't like it. Like, she really went on here and read the ingredients, right? People don't even know the difference if it's got cane sugar or high fructose corn syrup. They don't care. They just pop open whatever's on the freaking shelves and drink it. Right? So why would she say something like that? You have to be, a hardcore boob tube zombie, as I call them. It's called mainstream media induced hypnotic trance. Okay. And so I've got the sodas, but if nobody's buying them, how long has it been on the shelf? I mean, if it's going to be not going to have any carbonation, of course you're not going to like it. Not only that, but it's in a bottle. Nobody puts sodas in bottles anymore. There's a difference, right? So, glass bottle. So I've got one cooling down, and I'm going to try it, and I'm going to let you know if what she says means anything at all, or if it's just a crock of horse hockey. Okay, so I'll let you know what's the deal with this, because they had boxes and boxes and boxes. Nobody's buying it. They should have a sign up there. No, they should have a sign by the soda pot. No garbage freaking high fructose corn crap in this product. Only pure cane sugar. Right? So that's all I've got for right now. But this is suspect. This is something I just noticed right now. So I'm gonna go in and search around. But I wanted to show that off. High class, huh? But you see that jet that he's into? That's freaking high, first class. Why? Because it's all a scam. They're probably kicking back in there doing lines. That's how they do. If you study the CIA, go down to the library and study the CIA, get the disc on CIA, see who started it and all this stuff, you're going to find that they're all freaking reptilian shapeshifters, the same people he's talking about in this book. He names them by name. They do whatever they want. You don't think they do drugs? Okay, so that's all I've got for right now. And I'm going to try to take a nap and get back to you in a little while. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for sharing this information so that it gets around to where it should be. And the video just went completely blank. So stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed so you can catch me when I get back on here again.